How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Floor Reviews, where we got Dank reviews and even Dank curls. You already know what it is. It's your boy Ricardo, and we're bringing you Afrodisiaco by Rauw Alejandro. This is his first album, came out late November, but we're going to review it either way because last review of the whole album did pretty well. So let's just review another album today. So we're gonna go basically over, the best songs, what were in my opinion the best songs, what performed the best in the market, and the songs that didn't do so well. One thing we have to take in consideration is that Rauw Alejandro first started with dancing and then jumped into singing and songwriting afterwards for a really similar time. And you can definitely feel the dance survives in some of the song selections. And one song in particular that was pretty unique was Química with Zion and Lennox y the Martinez brothers, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think that's it. And at first, it wasn't so great. The beginning, to be honest, it wasn't that great. But then it transitions into a house song. Now, house is a little bit different. I'm on the fence about it, but this was actually a pretty good house song, and you can tell that the Martinez brothers produce this song, and most of what they do is house and other electronic music. That's why the first part wasn't that great, because they were trying to do a modern techno reggaeton. That's not their forte. But then after they transitioned to the house song, that was phenomenal. Another song that was pretty unique and brought a different sound was Pensando en Ti with Tiny. He produced that song, and you can definitely tell, Tiny has been really playing around with reggaeton a lot. He's been making more ambient sounding reggaeton. You have your traditional reggaeton beat on there, but he adds melodies and different sounds in there. He did that with Calladita, and you can definitely tell he added his flavor in there, and I think those were the two most unique songs out of the album. They were definitely worth a listen. Aside from Zion and Lennox and Tiny, he also had songs with Sech, J Balvin, Anuel, Camilo, and let's see, I got also Wisin y Yandel. That was a good little throwback. It had more of a mid 2000, late 2000, a reggaeton kind of vibe to it, and it was done really well. I don't think any song was particularly bad, but let's start with the songs that I didn't think were so great. And in my list I have Algo Mágico. Algo Mágico is more of a progressive techno R&B song. Kind of reminds me of something that The Weeknd would do in his newer songs. And it's not terrible. It's just it just wasn't for me. I just didn't feel it there. I don't think it performed that well either compared to the other songs. And then we have the Elegí remix. Elegí was a pretty good song, the original song, and it blew up. But the remix, everyone in there did great except when Anuel was singing the chorus. He has a somewhat okay voice, but he's not a strong singer, and he did the chorus for that, which requires a strong voice. He did it, but it was raspy. It wasn't enjoyable, and I honestly, if he didn't do the chorus part at the beginning and then somewhere in the middle, it would have been a lot better. But when you have such a good song and then you try to remix it and everybody tries to jump on board, one person can completely mess that up. I think Relación, the remix with Rosalía, her performance was just too strong. She just wasn't didn't really fit in the song, but everything else was great. The best songs, in my opinion. So first we have Reloj. That's with Anuel. I thought that was really, really, really good song, and I would have liked to see it perform better, just because the beat was just bopping. I might actually do a review and post that in a couple days, either tomorrow or the next day, so you guys can get an in-depth, because that song was really good. So was Enchulé. Es una chulería. That shit was fire, and he did it by himself, and it was a good beat. very catchy. Definitely, you know, even in the video, you can definitely, the moves that he was putting out there was just phenomenal. That might have to be another review within itself. Then we have Decora, which is with J Balvin. That one was really good as well. I think there was a lot of good wordplay. It's different kind of reggaeton vibe to it as well. And then after that, we have Tattoo, the remix with Camilo. I mean, obviously, it was a good choice to bring Camilo in there because Camilo definitely complements the voice of Rauw Alejandro. They're both strong singers, and that's a song where he is really depending on the voice, and it's a song that, you know, where he wants to show off his voice. And to bring someone like Camilo, who was an amazing voice as well, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of him because, you know, not my style, but I can recognize that, you know, he's a strong singer, he has a lot of good talent, and I thought that was very, very well done, and this is a good choice. I think he mentioned that he was already had Camilo as soon as he made the song. He already had Camilo in the back of his mind, and you know, they ended up doing the remix together. I thought that was really well. And then after that, we have Soy una Gárgola, which is a remix of, you know, Arcángel and Randy. I made that song a while back in the 2000s, and that was a pretty iconic song. I remember being elementary, middle school, and listening to that song. So it was a good feeling, bringing back those memories back in the day in the Party de Marquesina, you know what I'm saying? So I like that. You know, you're kind of playing with fire when you're remaking a classic song like that. You know, you don't want to fuck that up, but I think they did a really good job. They all kind of mixed it up in their verses, and he introduced it as well. So I'm glad that they didn't fuck that song up. So that was pretty good. And then we have Strawberry Kiwi. I think the chorus I really liked in that one. The words were catchy. It was a good beat. The only thing that I didn't like was that the intro was too short and the outro was too short as well. It just was a weird transition in the actual production of the song, but when it comes to the lyrics and the chorus on there, I mean, you know, it's a pretty good song. I think he did very well on that. And finally, we have Dile a Él, which is the beginning song of the album. And actually, Rosalia is doing the vocals. She doesn't get any credit, but he featured her in there doing the vocals at the end, and it was a nice little compliment. At first, I didn't know it was her. I thought it was some random singer out there, but no, apparently it was Rosalia, and didn't give her credit, but you know, I thought it was a nice little addition. And those, I think, were the best songs. If you know, want to listen to just part of the album, definitely have to check those out. Now let's look over the market. In the market, the best songs I performed obviously are gonna be Tattoo, and then we have Reloj, Enchulé, and Decora. Obviously, Tattoo, Reloj, and Enchulé were already released as singles beforehand, and it was good for him to do that because it just got, you know, that hype ready. But in a way too, I mean, I don't think you should release all your best songs as singles, because then, like, you don't really have an incentive. You don't have anything new. I mean, you have the new songs obviously, but you want to leave at least one like heavy juggernaut to pull people in. That's what Bad Bunny did when he released the album La Que No Salieron, and he basically had Como Se Siente, the remix, and he left it on there, and that's one of the songs that really brought the album up and brought it to number one. That song alone was just really well. So you don't want to put all your singles out, your best songs as singles. You want to leave at least one or two for people to be encouraged to listen to the whole album. But overall, I mean, the kid did great. He's fairly new in the game. He has a lot of talent. This is not the last time we're going to see from Rauw Alejandro. I think we're going to see a lot more from him, and this is his first album. To be honest, I kind of added every single song. So my overall rating has to be like 7.3. You know, it was pretty good. All the songs were listenable, addable. I can listen to the whole album and not have a problem with it. I won't have to skip any songs. Química was borderline bad, still okay, but the house brought it back. The house beat, that was just really nice addition on there. So I'm excited to see what he's gonna come up with next. From what I've been hearing, he's been really working hard, putting at least one single out a month. He got nominated for a Latin Grammy, so he's on the radar, man. He's up and coming. So anyway, thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because we're gonna have more reviews out here and more fabulous curls. All right, stay fucking golden.